cheating on Dorothy left, right, and sideways. Oh, yeah. I love you.
Sophia, listen, I know I always haven't been the best son-in-law, but I've got other memories, good memories. The four of us watching TV on that ugly green sofa Sal bought from his boss. Summer weekends on the Jersey Shore. It hasn't been all bad.
Charlie, lunch is ready.
Hi. Did your mommy make up yet?
No, not yet. Oh, but we will.
Gotcha.
Dorothy, how did this start? Cole Porter?
Gershwin.
Thank God I came in time.
We've certainly had some good times, haven't we, girls?
Yes, we have. And we'd like to have more. So would you please leave?
You scared me, too. I told you you were welcome. Okay, everybody, get washed up. Rose, I knew you'd get that job, so I made a special dinner to celebrate.
Sophia, that's so nice.
Don't mention it. When I was shaving my legs last night, it really made me feel good.
That you were helping Rose.
But I can still touch my ankles.
You can't catch what Dorothy has.
Well, then it must just be sympathy pains. Ooh.
Blanche, we're going to be late. Now, come on, let's go.
No, I don't think we ought to dance tonight. Rose is just not right. Now, we ought to be down at that hospital with Dorothy.
Sophia's with her. She's out of surgery and she's fine. Now, come on, let's go.
Rose, aren't you forgetting something? We haven't bowled our last frame yet. We can still win, and we will. Come on now. I mean, he also said that there are things that you can do that might bring back some of what you've lost. I mean, we could talk about the good old days, reminisce with old friends. Honey, you have to look on the bright side.
I've had a lifetime of bright sides. I'll just have to learn to do without them.
Oh, damn it. I hate... Rose, Miles is here.
Hello, Rose.
Miles?
Rose, this is Caroline. Caroline Rose Nyland.
How do you do?
I am so glad to finally...
None of you.
None of us.
I have enough sketches of each one of you to make my sculpture. When I'm ready to begin, I will make my choice then.
Yeah, but when will we find out?
Only when the work is unveiled at my show. Now, I apologize, but this is how I must work. Now, ladies, I must bid you good day.
Gloria never sits home on a Friday night, and she's a widow. Every time I talk to her, she's going out with another guy.
Ma, she calls you 3 times a year.
She's very busy. I'm thrilled she finally found the time for a visit.
Ma, why do you always make excuses for her?
I don't make excuses for any of my children. Except Phil.
Your head to the size of a mushroom.
Come on, honey, just try it. It doesn't hurt. See?
The day would come when the tables would turn and I'd have to take care of him. But I guess it has.
Sophia, why don't you come with us? It might be fun to hear Blanche's father sing.
To you, Rose, but what are you...
What do you think you're doing?
I'm giving you the last rites, Mr. Ferguson.
I'm not Mr. Ferguson.
Then what are you doing in bed with him? The man's dying, for God's sake.
From the second he stepped out on the stage, I don't know. Something happened.
You fainted, that's what happened. I spent the rest of the evening in the ladies' room trying to revive you. It wasn't until a couple years later that I got another chance to see Sinatra. Stan bought tickets for my birthday, but 2 weeks before the concert, he...
Being with you guys these last few weeks is the most fun I've had in years. You really made me forget my loneliness. Thanks. I can't believe it. I'm going to the Bahamas. Day-o, day-o, day-o.
being audited.
It's aggravating, yes, but you don't have anything to be worried about. Do you?
Well, of course not, but you know how nitpicky they can be. You forget to dot one little I, or you don't declare the tiniest little thing, and they can blow it all out of...
He was not. He was just a man. I mean, you've said yes to all the men, and you've been discriminating against the women.
I have not. It just so happens all the women we've seen have been horrible. Thank you.
Oh. You had that dream again, didn't you?
I told you I heard voices in here and... Oh, God, it's Dorothy. I tell you, she takes one tennis lesson.
Driving away the birds with that noise. You know a real song?
Do you have a buck?
It had to be you.
That was Sal's favorite song.
It had to be you. It had to be you.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, nothing. I'm all right. I'm fine.
No, you are not, and I'm tired of watching you suffer.
That's what Daddy said to our horse, old Toby, when he broke his leg. Then he shot him. Chains on a guy named Nick. But I think the laughter spoke for itself.
That's enough, Rose. Dorothy, what are you doing up?
I couldn't sleep. I just keep thinking about Ma and whose mother she really is.
You're worried she might be Gina's?
No, I'm worried she
You
might...
think this is the 7-Eleven? I'm not open all night.
Rose, we feel terrible about what we've done.
What have you done?
We're really very sorry.
Sorry about what?
Sorry isn't good enough. How can I ever trust you again?
Trust who?
Please, Rose, let's not talk about trust after the terrible things you wrote.
Will someone please tell me what the hell you're talking about?
Blanche and I read... Blanche, let's go! Come on, Blanche, let's go! Sleeps only in the daytime.
I know, and then at sunset she makes a big pot of coffee and sits up all night with that gun.
It's better than having that dog. As long as she doesn't wet the floor.
Maybe you're sick. Why, the plane trip alone could kill him.
Besides, even if he did get home safely, who knows what kind of care he would get. Nobody loves that pig as much as you do.
As much as we all do.
If you all think it's really best for him, I guess he should stay. Oh, thank you for caring so much.
The guy says, my St. Bernard. I thought it was your St. Bernard. I gotta go wash my mouth out with soap. Good night, everybody.
Right, there he goes, the bad boy of comedy, Dirty Dickie Hertz. Not exactly...
Limbs. I think maybe I'd better put it in now. There, that's better.
Don't look so worried. I handle the books.
Hello? What? Oh, no, we'll be right there.
What's the matter?
I don't understand.
Phil, Blanche got a new car.
Yeah, we're all gonna pile in and go cruising. You wanna go with us?
No, I think I'll just stay home tonight. I feel, like, just sitting.
Me too. I think I'll have a cup of tea.
Yeah, it's kind of late. I'm a little tired. Gee, that might even get you on the 6 o'clock news.
Well, the table on the lanai is all set. I guess Rebecca should be here with Jeremy any minute.
Blanche, did Rebecca bring Jeremy to Miami just to meet you?
I don't know. She didn't say, and I didn't want to ask.
No, but you think he might be her boyfriend?
Oh, I don't think so. I didn't see any pictures of him when I went...
Problem.
So I decided to kill myself to teach that town a lesson. I phonied up my death in a riverboat accident. I had the captain, who I was secretly seeing after school, help me with all the details. Everything went perfectly. Oh, the town had never seen a funeral like mine. Hundreds of people.
Turned out to be the most in love. That was certainly the case with Ollie Knopf-Stetlermeyer and Molly Jane Doe.
Ollie and Molly? Must we take yet another trip to Petticoat Junction?
Ollie was the mayor and our town's most respected citizen. He was also artistic.
Would work while we talk.
Okay.
Immigration, Pepe, immigration. Nobody has to worry about anything. This is the chance of a lifetime. Even if Pepe loses next week's fight, he still gets $10,000.
How is that possible?
It's a guaranteed purse, and for our lousy
Last night, I dreamt I ate a giant marshmallow, and when I woke up, my boyfriend was gone.
I don't get it.
It's not a joke.
Blanche, I take back everything I said about your moon theory. These men are relentless.
See where Crisco is made. The point is, we thought I'd have enough money for the rest of my life as long as I had his pension. Now the reality is I probably have enough for only a couple of months.
Operate at a profit. Our patients' Social Security and Medicare pay most of our bills. The government subsidies pick up the slack so we can meet minimum standards.
Well, then maybe minimum standards aren't enough.
Right again. And this year the government's made cutbacks. We're operating in the red and doing the best we can.
Are you telling me?
Dorothea, tu mantieni la finestra ferma.
Dorothy, you'll hold the window in place.
Rosa, tu martelli.
Rose will do the hammering.
Blanche, tu avviti.
Blanche, you'll do the screwing. And he came up with that one on his own, I swear.
The newsstand.
What are you talking about?
Don't you notice a difference? Can't you see the glow? Can't you see the light radiating off of me?
Sure, it's the porch light glaring off your head. I thought I heard a man's voice. Oh, it's you, Stan.
I'm so happy you're all here. I have just had an incredible...
Rose, it's a beautiful blouse.
Oh, I hope it's all right. Dorothy said you'd like something crotchless. Well, I'm doing...
I hate to admit it, but you look good.
Well, wish me luck.
Stanley, why don't you come back here in about an hour?
Why?
It'll take me a while to get ready.
Oh, thank you, Dorothy.
Besides, I'll need someone to fasten my pearls.
Either I mixed the Elvis list with the wedding list, or everyone in Max's family appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Who cares already? Let's just do it.
Sophia, we're just a little bit nervous. This is a very important event. We want to look perfect.
Please, the man works with scissors, not a sandblaster.
Ma, this is all a mistake. We don't belong here. This is one of those Miami Beach shops for little old ladies. Come on, let's get out of here.
All right, ladies.
As long as Glenn and Dorothy are realistic and discreet about their situation, who are they really hurting?
No one. That's who.
Blanche, are you condoning their behavior? No, I'm just not passing judgment. Rose, sometimes life doesn't work out the way we'd like it to. Sometimes we have to just grab the process. Oh, Becky, honey, I think you are headed for trouble going off by yourself like this. No man is going to want to marry you with a baby.
Blanche, there are a lot of people who are single parents, and they're doing just fine.
Yeah, look at me.
$10,000? I can't afford that, not even if I use up all my hot tub money.
Well, I guess you'll just have to lose a renter. Hey, you got 48 hours.
Hey, Dog, wait. All right, I'm going to catch him, but you're going to sleep with him. And he has my slipper here again. I do not believe this. I had this thing hidden in the closet behind 3 suitcases.
Isn't this dog amazing? He can find anything.
Anything? A viable Democrat for president. Go!
May I help you?
Yes. Does the mean-looking white woman I just passed live here?
Oh, no.
Oh. Then I come to apply for the housekeeping position.
Please, please, come right in.
I'm Marguerite Brown.
Oh, I'm Dorothy.
It's okay. Look, you can hardly see it anymore.
Oh, let me introduce my friends. This is Rose and Blanche.
Oh, what a charming old world couple. Welcome to Miami.
Ma questo mi sembra una donna di strada.
Ben. Why? Well, because I realized too late that I put myself ahead of my children. Now I've never had the chance to make up all the time I didn't spend with them. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. Maybe it's because deep down I wish you were really mine, so I could try. Those are mine, Sophia.
Oh, well, let me put on my big surprise face.
Oh, I just wish there was something we could do for the poor thing.
There is. I want to
I am so nervous all of a sudden. Of course, I'm also very excited. I mean, I have dreamed about this moment all my life. Oh, honey.
Darling.
Is it my imagination, or was that my ex-husband, Stanley?
Dorothy, it's me, your ex-husband, Stan.
Wasn't this in my time? When I see he is holding a machine gun, so I decide to take his advice. I move, rat-a-tat-tat, everybody's falling like flies on your Aunt Regine.
You're letting your imagination run wild, Papa. This is Chicago, not Sicily. You're just a little thinking about all the times we've shared.
It brought back a lot of great memories. Ma, I wouldn't be the same without you.
No. Hey, don't over dramatize. Things aren't so terrific around here. The hell they're not. Things are terrific around here.
Oh, Blanche, that's not what concerns us.
It's not?
We're concerned about losing you.
Oh, right.
Well, I don't want to lose you either. Wait a minute, I have a wonderful idea. Why don't
Week in the barn. My nanny treated me just like I was her own kid. Excuse me.
Is there anyone here who doesn't think she was talking about a goat?
Rose, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Well, I just thought you ought to know.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I won't bother you again.
Good night.
Oh, please, Blanche, please. I'm too scared to go back to my room. This kind of thing is always frightening.
All over the place.
On the farm, a lot of the animals got artificially inseminated. Once, Harry the bull went through a whole spring unaroused. And the cows and my father were out of their minds with grief. I mean...
For me, not you, Fatal Blossom, for me. We went for a walk this morning on the beach and he told me.
Dorothy, this came for you.
Ah, it's from Stan. It's steaks. He sent me... Guess who was waiting in a car outside our house? David.
Blanche, you can't take all that luggage.
Well, Dorothy, I may run into a celebrity while I'm sunbathing on the beach. I only packed what I need to make me look my most devastating.
And I hope you packed a tight butt.
Oh, yes. Now, whose cab is this? Is this yours or mine?
Rose.
What is it, Rose? I'm sorry I died.
Oh, no, Rose, you didn't. And honey, we're all here. Ma, Blanche, me.
Oh, girls, I had the most wonderful dream. Sophia, you had the body of a 25-year-old.
Come in.
Ma, where are Blanche and Rose?
Oh, they wanted to browse in the gift shop. They're having a sale on John the Baptist placemats.
Ma, do you remember that summer you told me I didn't get into girl?
Rose, if God had meant man to eat like that, he would have handed him his teeth in a baggie.
Well, excuse me for asking.
I'm sorry, I'm just irritable.
Oh, poor Sophia. Are you still upset because your friend Bernice moved back to Chicago?
No, Rose, I'm upset because I can't relate to 30-something. Well, if your brother hadn't been stumped by long division...
Angela, about this Teddy.
It's a beaut, isn't it? No surprise, though.
Let me get this straight. Blanche couldn't get the hang of Dirty Dancing, but you could?
Dorothy, now do you see why I'm so embarrassed? Can you imagine a dance with movements just like making love and I can't do it?
Relax, Blanche. Maybe standing up is what's throwing you. Ma, where did you get those glasses?
They're an old pair of Pops, but at least they've got prescription lenses.
I know you can't possibly see through them. Now take them off before you hurt yourself.
No, they're great. I see just fine. Who's the black guy?
Oh, thank goodness we're home. That's the worst trip I've ever been on.
Blanche, how can you say that?
How can she say that? We lost our luggage. We slept in a hotel lobby. Our purses were stolen.
We won Zippo on the game show.
But we still have our friendship we made up on the plane.
You marry this man, and we're no longer family. You do this, you are out of my life forever.
It's my Uncle Lucas. He's perfect. All man, all heart, all yours.
Blanche, forget it. It's not going to work out. I mean, he's a little bit country, and I'm a little bit too smart for this.
You've got Uncle Lucas all wrong. He's a man of cultivation and high taste.
Quality time together. You know, sometimes we'll be watching TV, and I start wondering how many more times I have left like that. And I find myself staring at her, and like I'm trying to freeze her face in my memory. Like I never want to forget one single line or wrinkle.
And you were my favorite student. But I'm not your teacher anymore. And Mr. Gonzalez is dead. Let's mambo.
Susan Armstrong?
Dear Brian, why, you would not believe how often I've thought about you over the...
Something happens. I want you to look after Dorothy and Blanche and Sophia for me.
Sure, Mom, whatever you want.
And there's something else I want to tell you. Now lean in close. This is very important. Live from New York.
Listen, Rose, I was wondering, if you're not busy Saturday afternoon, the university is playing Shostakovich.
Oh, I'd love to go. And I'll bet we beat them.
Rose, honey, it's not a team, it's a composer.
Oh. It's a partially eaten pork chop. He had beautiful teeth, didn't he?
This has to be a fake.
A kissing. Hello. Dorothy, Miles, lips aflame, they were kissing.
And?
And she's pregnant with his love child. What do you mean, and? Isn't that enough? Aren't you shocked?
Well, not really. I saw them kiss. You can't buy from a scalper. That's a crime.
Well, so is eating grapes at the supermarket, but you do that all the time.
I have to test them.
Rose, 1 is testing, 14 is brunch.
Good Lord, I'm a criminal.
Fine, as long as you already have a record, I can count you in.
I was married to Stan Lee for 38 years. And for approximately 39 of those years, he cheated on me.
I told a little lie because it's going to take her some time to get used to the idea of you and me.
Yeah, well, I'm going to need a little time to get used to it, too. Look.
Mind it that it is none of my business. Besides, she's only known him a short time. I'm sure she'll come to her senses before very long.
Oh, Ma, you don't have to help with the dishes.
I had to come in here. I couldn't listen to that anymore.
You mean Jeremy's rude remarks?
I mean Rebecca talking about marrying that jerk.
Disagreed with his review of The Accidental Tourist. Willard apologized and left the studio. Officially, they're saying he's on assignment.
Well, at least some good came of it. I mean, it's about time someone threw up on Gene Shaw.
On the table was
Was it
cheesecake.
dinner?
It was a cheesecake. So.
Yeah.
It's what
I
it came to
remember
call best cheesecake scene.
the first show of the second season wasn't, and y'all were responsible, I'm so glad to say, it wasn't so funny as it needed to be.
I wrote that one.
Now, wait a minute. The one I'm talking about.
Jump on the Easter season. I have a new idea for a great novelty. It's a decorated Easter egg with a little window in it. And when you look into it, you see a beautiful Easter scene.
Well, that's not a new idea. Those Easter eggs have been around for years and years.
Yes, but this one leaves a black circle around your eyes.
That practically screamed.
You want to eat some ice cream?
That's not a bad idea. Okay, Rose, go get it. I'm too weak from disappointment.
Well, I'm disappointed too.
Well, so what? Dorothy, make her get it.
Get it, Rose.
Why are you two being so mean to me?
Because we're in bad moods and because we remember. And suddenly she'll turn to me and say, "Why are you staring at me? I've been wanting to pick my nose for the past half hour."
Well, Dorothy, I live by one simple rule. Share your love with people today, because they may be gone.
That one, no doubt about it. That gentleman just peed in the ocean.
How many is that today? 3, 4?
I lost track.
Whatever. My point is, there's... Oh, my God, girls. Oh, my God. Look. Look. All the men on this plane, they're all beholden.
It's all right, Blanche. The captain just turned off the no.
Oh, it's been a wonderful afternoon, Patrick.
It's been a wonderful week, Blanche.
Oh, Patrick, our relationship's just so special, I don't think I can keep it a secret any longer.
Well, it's hard on me too, Blanche. But when the time is right, I'll rent a plane and write it in the sky.
Oh, Patrick, sit down. Just bad. A recurring dream. Night after night, I had this awful dream that I was trapped in an enclosed space full of men.
Now, what could that mean? Let's give this a second.
Now, wait a minute. There's more to it. Careful, Arthur. Watch your step.
Blanche, if I only could.
Oh, forgive me, sugar. Well, here, I'll watch it for you, you poor thing.
My mother called my boyfriend a top Miami lawyer. Nothing to worry about. We are in good hands.
Dorothy, sweetheart, there you are.
Oh, my... Can you believe it? She's been dancing with him for the last half hour.
Don't let it get to you, pussycat.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
All your whining is lousing up the happiest day of my life.
The one in Jacksonville, they used to come to our dances. Why are you going there?
Murder.
You're gonna meet some great gals.
And you have no training.
Let's face it, Rose, you're not exactly Mary Lou Retton. Honey, we know it's not easy, but you've got to get out there and try. I have tried. I just haven't told you. I've had dozens of job interviews since the center closed. No one wants me. I can't afford not to work. And I remembered. I mixed up the rooms, but I remembered. Of course, I thought the carving was in the kitchen. Sal used to hang his salamis in here. Dorothy, I may be fading, but I'm still holding on to some of the big things.
Yeah, and you might get more back.
Might? I insist. All I need is a little more...
He's trying to steal my man, and no one ever steals a man from Blanche Devereaux.
Blanche, this is all about your ego, isn't it?
Ego? Dorothy, I have no ego. And you can ask the hundreds of men who would gladly...
There's only one can.
Well, how am I going to get to the airport?
Run behind it! Ma, I hate leaving you like this. I really do. Why don't you come with us?
Yeah, come on, Sophie, it'll be fun.
Oh, and the resort is absolutely gorgeous. Look here. Here's our room. Isn't that beautiful? You can have the king-size bed. There's already two...
The artwork of Adolf Hitler.
The minute we saw it, we knew it was for you.
Thank you so much, Stanley. I'm going to put it right here on the coffee table.
It's from Dorothy, too.
If I had to thank her, I'd choke on the words.
Please risk it.
I'll be back at the home building log cabins out of popsicle sticks.
Then it's settled. I'll call the lawyer and tell him to bring the baby as soon as he can.
Did he say if it's a boy or a girl?
He didn't say, but it must be one or the other.
You've been watching PBS again, Rose?
Dorothy? Dorothy, I'm going to my...
That's not what I was going to ask you, but you answered my question anyway.
Why? I don't understand.
I was going to ask you to marry me.
That's when Shady Pines burned down and you came here to live with us.
Oh, yeah. I'm not wearing underpants.
Mrs. Petrillo, were you acquainted with the late Maria Hartgrove?
She died. Good riddance. God rest her soul.
We have a deathbed confession from her stating that the two of you...
Dorothy, go after her.
I will not. I'm not the only one who was cruel and vicious. I have feelings, too.
Morning, Dorothy.
I'm not talking to you.
I guess you're still upset with me about last night, aren't you?
No, I'm upset because...
You could die before you get the bottle open.
What's the matter, honey? Aren't you feeling well? Oh, just a little achy, that's all.
Achy? What kind of achy? Head achy? Stomach achy? Back achy? What achy?
Dorothy, relax. It's probably just a little cold. She'll be all right.
Yes, but I won't. I hear a story about somebody catching a cold and I...
Hello? You want to talk to who? Dorothy. Sorry, you must have dialed the wrong number.
Blanche, what do you mean, wrong number?
Oh, it was a man, so I just assumed.
Hello? Yes, this is she.
Dorothy, do you love him?
What does that mean, Blanche? He was my husband. He was the father of my children. Of course, I have feelings for him.
Uh-huh. Well, what are they?
Love.
I love that car. All the memories we had in that car, huh? The cruising, the drive-ins, the road trips.
And don't forget the accident you had in that car.
What accident?
I'll give you a hint. It cost me $10 every Christmas and still calls me Grandma.
Teacher didn't see Debbie.
I saw. I stood at the window and watched you for 4 hours, in case you needed me.
You didn't.
No big deal. Any real mother would do that for her kid.
Mrs. Petrillo, I have the results of your test.
Lauderdale. By the way, your bottle shakes when you go over 65.
Ma, you were driving? What is wrong with you? What, do you have some sort of a death wish?
No, I have a life wish. I've seen the white light. Now that I know there's a place for me on the other side, I'm not going to live in fear anymore. Pussycat, what's that?
Gloria tells me you're going to go live with her.
That's right. I think it's best.
Well, isn't that kind of a fast decision?
Why, you think I'm making a mistake?
Oh, no, of course not. I mean, not if you think it's best.
What do you think?
Well, I can understand why you'd want to live with her. I mean, she can...
I'm kidding. Oh, I love you. You're my family. Listen, we're sticking together no matter what happens.
I don't know. It might be hard to find a place as perfect as this was for the 4 of us.
Oh, hell, if we did it once, we can do it again. All we need's a little luck. It was luck that brought us together the first time. I love my Papagallo pump.
Isn't that how Mrs. Simpson met the Duke of Windsor?
Dorothy, you promised you would double date with Larry's friend Mike. I am holding you to that promise.
Blanche, I'm sick.
Oh, you just have a cold.
Hard times. Once a mysterious drifter stole our butter churn.
Well, I guess Ma and Gloria aren't coming back for dinner. Let's say we go out and grab a hamburger.
Oh, sounds good to me.
This reminds me of when Daddy used to take us for hamburgers.
That's my minor point. My major point is that, like Rosie, you're screwing around in the bedroom when there are important things to do outside.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That makes sense. I mean, you went the long way around, but that actually makes sense.
School diploma for years, but I never had the courage to do it. Now with you teaching, I finally feel comfortable enough to give it a try.
Oh, all right, you could stay.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, if you will...
And the risk this a longer trip to see the both of you so much in love. Now, what were you saying?
Uncle Angelo, I wanted to say... Don't just stand there, Papa Bear. Come give Mama Bear a big bear hug.
Just pick on me. They're always telling me to shut up. Why is that?
Well, it could be.
Every time I open my mouth to express an opinion,
Rose.
they jump on me. I mean, they say I babble. I don't babble. I mean, people who babble are the
Shut up, Rose.
I think things would be more...
Stanley, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind? You're ruining the biggest thing.
Sure, you're 5 years older. So am I. So is Blanche. All right, so... You have a few more wrinkles. So do I. So is Blanche. All right, you're a little thicker around the middle. So is Blanche.
That last episode of I Love Lucy was hilarious.
Oh, it sure was. I never realized you could have that much fun staying up all night.
Oh, not even with Charlie.
Oh, we never stayed up all night. Just 7 to midnight every...
Can you believe that?
Was that worth waiting 70 years for, or what? I love it. The Mangiacavallo curse is finally kicking in. Vengeance is mine. Do you think they'll let us take home the centerpieces?
Potter, you're not her family. Why does everybody keep saying that? We share our lives together.
You share a house together.
Kirsten Adams?
Yes?
I'm Dr. Shrewsbury.
How's my mother? Is she going to be okay?
Your mother has to have a triple bypass.
Ma, why don't we go so that Rose and Miles can be alone?
Why, we were here first.
Ma, isn't it time for your medication?
Oh, good. I thought my buzz was wearing off. Oh, I really did have a good time. I got it in my hair. It was hitting me like pellets. I got a piece of rice in my eye. She could have put my eye out. Well, I never had food like that in my life.
Now, I spent a summer in Italy 4 years ago. I never ate this well. Of course, I never ate. Who had the time or the energy, if you get my drift?
Did I just lapse into Swedish? Read it and weep.
Tales of Tunda the Tiger and His Friends by Hans Christian Lockerhoven. Well, who's Hans Christian Lockerhoven?
Only St. Olaf's greatest author. He wrote the classic fairy
Time. Dorothy this, Dorothy that. What if she decides she wants him back?
Oh, if she's as great as you say she is, and no doubt she is, well, possibly in a weak moment she might think she wants him back, but then maybe she'd think of the two of you together, and what a nice person you seem.
Yes, I am. That's Ava Braun standing next to him.
You recognize Ava Braun?
Well, sure, she was our high school PE teacher. It was rumored she used to date Mr. Stickelmeyer.
Rose, that's it. I just can't take any more.
Nice to meet you, too.
Dorothy's done nothing but talk about you for weeks. Rose. Every time she mentions your name, she practically glows. Rose. I think she's really very smitten with you. Rose. He's a priest, isn't he? Afterglow.
So let's see if I've got this straight. You and this Max Weinstock were...
Getting it on.
Thank you.
If you're going to write that down, make it 3 times a night. He'd like that.
Ma, what are you doing?
Losing? It's strip poker. That's it. Game's over.
Who do you think you are, Donald Trump? You don't own this casino. She's always telling me what to do.
Doing up.
Just thinking.
About what?
And how I'm going to tell Ma that she's not invited to the Bahamas. What are you doing up?
Dorothy, can I confide something in you I've never told another living soul?
Of course.
You promise not to tell anybody?
I promise.
Are you willing to spit in each other's... I wonder, would there be any chance you'd consider Jake's coming to live with you?
Well, if he's too much trouble. Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, you'd be doing me a favor. Thank you, Mr. Hubbard.
Rose, thank you.
Told you this, Dorothy, but I'm a special friend of Phil Rizzuto.
Hi, ladies.
Oh, hello,
I
Miles.
want you to meet my daughter. This is Caroline.
Caroline.
Dorothy.
So nice to meet
This
you.
is Sophia.
How do you do?
Rose Miles is here.
It's completely apart, and I'm saving that for Henry Barnesworth.
I just don't want Dorothy to hear. Blanche, we can't let Dorothy ruin Stan and Catherine's wedding. I mean, it's selfish, it's adolescent, and it'll put a real cramp in their honeymoon.
Rose.
For somebody who's supposed to be so smart, Dorothy's acting like a real...
I don't care. The minx can just sit there and we'll lose all our money. I don't care. Just don't mention Spanish Fly to me ever again.
You're really touchy about these Spanish flies, aren't you? Oh, Blanche, what did the doctor say?
Say? Say?
Nurse Defarge, right on time.
Of course I'm right on time. I'm always on time. You know what happens when a nurse is late? People die.
Well, then,
Well, that's that. Anything else you need me to straighten out for you?
No, Ma. So tell me, how was the wedding?
Beautiful. Until the bride lifted her veil. I shudder to think what was under that dress.
Ahoy, girls! You must be so excited. Oh, I sure am. Listen, grab some champagne.
Okay.
I want to find Al. I haven't seen him since I came on board. I want to say thanks.
Ooh, I love champagne.
Oh, me too. The only problem is after a few glasses, I'll kiss any man in sight. Me neither. I'm worried about Ma.
Oh, I guess she didn't take the news too well about not going to the Bahamas.
Dorothy still hasn't told her.
Well, honey, it's been days. What are you waiting for?
She's so thrilled about going. How can I tell her that she's not invited? I'm not going on the trip.
Oh, Dorothy, I think you're making a mistake.
Ma, did you have a sardine sandwich for lunch again?
Dreyfus?
Ma, what the hell is Dreyfus doing here?
No, I know what you meant, Dorothy. You mean the reason we can't sleep is because we're feeling guilty about profiting from Jasper de Kimmel's impending death.
I feel creepy every time I think of
22 years working the prime noon to 8 shift at the Minneapolis Excelsior Hotel.
I don't believe it. Where did you live in Minneapolis?
Oh, 22 years, lots of places. But my last home was near the intersection of Bartholomew and 3rd.
Oh, that's a lovely neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you leave?
Dorothy? I don't know if you'll recognize her without his leather apron, but this is Eric.
Oh, really? Well, back in St. Olaf, nobody could tell us apart. You can imagine all the fun we have playing tricks on our teachers in school.
Which of you brothers has custody of the brain? So, what's last minute? So we'll take short, bald, fat.
I'm sorry, Sophia, but I've already pawned Rose off on his fat friend. He's a lighting director.
Blanche, I've never been out with a fat lighting director. What do we talk about?
How should I know, honey? Talk about light bulbs.
That's a good idea.
Get herpes listening to this story. At what point in the evening did you finally meet George?
Well, I didn't meet George that Christmas Eve. That was the next Christmas Eve, but that was a boring story. I said I was going to tell you an exciting story.
Ladies, look, I hate to see people just rank.
Because of your charm and your wit and your zest for life. I mean, you can have the operation or not. Men won't care one bit about your breasts.
Really, Rose?
Not with me around.
Oh, hi, girls. Did you all find Lillian?
You bet we did. And that's... And you also have a sister who loves you. And Pop's nose. Ma, you're not leaving. You're staying here with Rose and Blanche and me.
Oh, I didn't try. I don't want to risk cracking a nail.
What are these, claws?
Well, I figured you wouldn't mind, seeing as how you work with your hands all day.
I'm a teacher. I grade papers. I don't shuck oysters.
I'm going next door to Frida Goodson's. We're having a club meeting.
I didn't know. I have always been here for this family, and how dare you say otherwise?
Everything you do is for Blanche. To tell you the truth, I am surprised that you even made it to the funeral at all.
Maybe you would have been happier if I hadn't.
Maybe not happier, but at least this family would be able to grieve for Big Daddy without wondering what is in it for Blanche.
That one itty-bitty detail about you.
That I'm a priest.
Uh-huh.
She didn't know.
What'd you think? You were just a boring dresser?
She's just never seen me in cleric's clothing.
I didn't know you priests could take your clothes off.
Ingrid Thurman stopped.
What was
was she writing?
She wasn't. She was giving birth to Hans and Franz, the twins. And she stopped right in the middle, right after Hans.
Well, what happened to Franz?
He stayed in.
Well, this is not the end, I can promise you that. Justice will be done here. I hate criminals. I just hate them. Someone's going to pay for this heinous crime. We're going to have a good old-fashioned hanging. That's right, a hanging. Only first we'll have a whipping, and then we'll have a hanging.
I'll lose you. That's why I made up those stories about the bank robbery. $45,000 was my life savings. I thought with that money I could treat you like you ought to be treated. Like a queen.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe it is.
Just like home.
Oh, hi, Ma.
Oh, here, Dorothy. I want to know what you think of my pasta pesto. It's for the Boscos. They'll be here any minute.
Ma, this is...
The king and queen of the prom, Danny Farrell and Cindy Lou Peoples.
I'm queen. I'm queen. Oh, Ma, I'm queen of the prom.
Is it true what they say about black men in bed?
Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, yes, definitely. That is something I would like to know about, too.
This is horrible. What will I wear? I don't believe I have a thing that doesn't call attention to my bosom.
Try not wearing makeup.
Ma, do you actually think that the Pope makes house calls?
He will this time. I made it crystal clear.
It's nice to match the name up with a face.
Father, won't you sit down? And would you like something to drink?
Tea would be lovely if it's no trouble.
No, not at all. I already had some boiling water on account of this cyst on my bum.
Dorothy, as you're already...
I was at the Pizza Hut.
Well, there must be something wrong with Rose's date. There has to be. I bet he's an airhead, or a mutant, or an insurance salesman. Now, that's it. Well, Rose, you and your geek have fun.
You said she wouldn't take it well, Dorothy.
Girl who stood me up at the altar 70 years ago. And I just asked her to be my wife again, and again she said no.
Go on.
And so from now on...
1930s?
No, 30 degrees. Do I look like will it stop? Of course the 1930s. 3 close friends are haggling over a camel.
How many humps?
None. I'm talking about a cigarette. It was the last one. Well, anyway.
Come on. For this afternoon, but you have to finish your Mr. Ha-Ha Dog first, because Ha-Ha Dog is fun to eat. Ha-Ha Dog is a great big treat. Ha-Ha Dog is a great big treat. And it's only $1.79 without a beverage. Woo! See you soon, kids!
Good old synergism.
You have no idea what it means, do you?
Not a clue.
Synergism is the powerful energy that is generated by 2 people engaged in the same activity. Up till now, I had no idea it could occur outside of Howard Johnson's motor lot. And what might that be, Rose dear?
No. Better. It's from my ancestors. The Vikings were a seafaring people, you know.
They also wore horns on their head and metal braziers. This is not the same.
So he dumped you, huh?
He did not dump me. Jeffrey is being transferred to the Aleutian Islands. He's going to a top-secret base where he can't have any contact. Do we have to do this now?
A nun has died. More than a nun. Sister Agnes was my mother's best friend. Oh, she's out there alone now. She hasn't said a word since we left the cemetery. I have no idea how she's going to react to this.
I've made a decision.
21, and they still don't come to you because they think you weren't there for them. I have a pretty tough time living with that, you know. And I just intend to make damn sure that if the time ever comes, there's going to be somebody there for Emily. Gentlemen, if you'll just excuse us for a moment. Oh, ladies, I think we must do this. Now, it's our duty as American citizens.
Oh, I don't know. 2 policemen living in our house.
So what's there to be afraid of, Dorothy? Once you strip away the gruff exterior, the badge, the gun, the uniform.
You've got...
I almost forgot the reason I came out to talk to you. Oh, it's about the banquet.
Oh, now, don't you worry about a thing, Mr. Allen. I love to throw a party. You just leave everything to me.
Well, actually, Blanche, I've decided to leave everything to Dorothy.
Oh, but who do we know who knows a man?
Flint, you know hundreds of men.
I know, I just like to hear you say it.
Hiya, sweetie pie. How you doing?
We should blow out those candles before Mr. Hickenlooper has the entire volunteer fire brigade up here pumping water on my clean kitchen floor. I swear that man will look for any excuse to make that siren sound through his nose. Inga Lundqvist told me just this last week. I know. Shut up, Rose, and blow out your...
Worry about anything else.
Okay. Well, I'm off.
Totally.
Tell you what, this.
What is it?
Rose's diary.
What are you doing with it?
It was just lying out on the dining room table. I picked it up and the lock just popped right open. Just like here. Listen to this. Dear diary, I don't know how much longer I can stand, but I'm not sure I'll be at home. I just suddenly have this craving for dessert. Come on, Swin, we're going to your place.
Okay, we can try, but I've never sailed around the Cape of Good Hope this time of year.
I am never getting into a...
It all began when your great-grandfather, Nicodemo, was run down by Marco Venuccio's milk wagon.
He ran him down in cold blood?
Very cold. Grandpa was already dead. Unfortunately, there was a gravedigger strike, so the family was using him as a temporary scarecrow.
Sorry for.
Dennis. Hello, Mother Dorothy. I can't believe you'd show your... Rose, what are you doing?
I'm diapering a turkey. We're there?
Oh, I happen to know he didn't.
How?
Bridget isn't his type.
Of course she isn't. She's too good for him.
How about a nice glass of lemonade?
Not now. What do you mean she is too good for him?
Well, he doesn't even have a job.
Well, neither does Henry Kissinger, really, but he's still very highly regarded. Rose, you answer it.
I'm not going to answer. I don't want to have to lie for you. It's your daughter.
We're not that close. You better answer it the next time. She's going to get mad.
Do you have any idea how much that hurts? Ladies and gentlemen, Roy Orbison.
Look, Rose made this for her daughter. Now, you know you're not supposed to eat it until she gets here.
Oh, please, there's enough food here to feed my entire village in Sicily.
Blanche!
Oh, dear, Dorothy, can you help me with the chair? Oh, my back gave out.
I figured that would have been about the third thing to go.
Honey, what happened? The point I was trying to make is that we have had a lot of great late-night talks right here.
Yeah, and most of them have been about sex.
Oh. Well, of course, we do talk about sex, but we talk about other...
I figured it was the first time. It's been 15 years since he died. Huh? Boy, he must have been something.
This may sound silly, but it's true. I felt I would be unfaithful to Charlie if I slept with you.
Rose, it's not silly.
They have me working in the careers and teaching booth. Oh, Miles is going to be there, too, speaking about teaching in college.
Oh, speaking of Career Day is quite a responsibility. I still remember Career Day back in St. Olaf.
Check, please.
Günther hopped it off at the newspaper office.
Dorothy, you told me exactly what you wanted me to do a dozen times. Any idiot could have done it.
I know, honey, but you were the only one going downtown. Are you sure that you dropped it off at the newspaper office?
Yes, 6 people already called while you were out. Hey, give that to me. I'll try and find it for you. Bill has film in it. Oh, I'll bet these are the pictures from Charlie's last birthday. I took most of our savings, and I bought him a couple of acres of the most beautiful land in Minnesota. Oh, girls, you should have seen the look on his face when it was delivered.
I'm a mother. I know these things.
Good night, Ma.
Good night.
What's that smell?
I got bad news for you, pussycat. You are. I made up your IQ.
I wasn't the brightest kid in Brooklyn?
So I lied. Did it help you get along with your honors class?
Yes, but Ma, you lied to me.
Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny. I've been messing with your head for almost 60 years.
Did I say there was a problem?
Well, you said you wanted to talk about it.
Well, I mean, can't one have a discussion without there being a problem?
Well, I thought maybe you were feeling guilty.
Guilty? I have nothing to feel guilty about. I am having the time of my life. I just wanted to, say it out loud. But listen, honey, don't mention...
On the stage for 5 hours talking about God and eating graham crackers. They wore masks to cover their faces, but other than that, they were totally naked.
And you stayed through the whole evening?
Well, I would have left, but one of the actors looked so familiar to me.
आता या पिल्लू कर तयारी जायचं आता काश्मीरला आता या पिल्लू कर तयारी जायचं आता काश्मीरला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला बबडी माझी पोळी तुझ्या गालावर पडते खळी तुला लावितो गलाडी गोडी रंगाना थोडी हाय काळी तुझं बबडी माझी पोळी तुझ्या गालावर पडते खळी तुला लावितो गलाडी गोडी रंगाना थोडी हाय काळी जावापासून भेटली मला चैन पडे ना गजीवाला जावापासून भेटली मला चैन पडे ना गजीवाला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला जाणू दिसायला तरी तुझ्या माग ही दुनिया सारी मी आता माग तुझ्या तू जाते गच्चीवरी दिसायला ग परी तुझ्या माग ही दुनिया सारी मी आता माग माग तुझ्या तू जाती गच्चीवरी जो कोणी आला मधी ग आपल्या एका एकाला मी पळविला जो कोणी आला मधी ग आपल्या एका एकाला मी पळविला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला बसली गुपचूप घरी म्हणे मी माझ्या पप्पाची तरी लव्ह मॅरेज करून जानो तुला घेऊन जाईन घरी बसली गुपचूप घरी म्हणे मी माझ्या पप्पाची तरी लव्ह मॅरेज करून जानो तुला घेऊन जाईन घरी अक्षय नितीनचा नवीन तडगा जाऊन सांग तुझ्या बापाला अक्षय नितीनचा नवीन तडगा जाऊन सांग तुझ्या बापाला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला आता या पिल्लू कर तयारी जायचं आता काश्मीरला आता या पिल्लू कर तयारी जायचं आता काश्मीरला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला तुला घेऊन शालू बनारसीचा जायचं आता हनीमूनला